because of the non.
Like, let's say you can go back and take the illegal defense out. You think Kobe goes from doing what he did, and you think that production goes up tremendously?
Yeah, I've always said, if you put,
did we get deprived of Kobe?
If you put Kobe in, the 2000s is the most disadvantageous era Kobe could have played, in my opinion. You put him in the 90s or the 80s where illegal defense existed, and that allowed more spacing because of the non-shooters being forced to space the floor. Or you put him in today's game where there's no technically illegal defense, but because basically everyone can shoot, you can't just clog the driving lanes like you could in the 2000s because the spacing is technically what illegal defense was. It's just back then the people couldn't actually space, but you were forced to guard them. Now you're not forced to guard them, but because they can shoot, you still have to guard them. So it has the same principles as illegal defense. You put Kobe in the 90s or in the 2010s or 2020s, he looks much better than he did in the one era where defenses were allowed to key on him more. Which is why I don't care about, Kobe was 45% from the field. Like, yeah, you're going to shoot a lower percentage when you're in the era with the least amount of spacing that's ever existed.
Yo, what's the deal? Shout out to Mars. Y'all know I don't fuck with Player's Choice at all. But shout out to my boy Buki Allen for sending me this video. He's right. That's why I don't trip over when people be like, oh, Kobe, I already made a video on all of the top 15, 20 best players in the 2000s. Forwards and guards did not shoot over 50%. Your king, LeBron James, shot 47% in the 2000s. Ray Allen, T-Mac, AI, KG, Dirk, so on and so forth. Only ones that were shooting 50% maybe was like knockdown 3-point shooters. They didn't get a lot of touches. Wasn't no guards or no forwards shooting 50% in that era.
You put Kobe in the 90s where it's more of a one-on-one game where teams had to either send a hard double or they had to leave you one-on-one and they couldn't shade over to your sides. Kobe
We're talking about a peak. We're talking about a peak, Brian.
Yes, like 03 to like 08 Kobe, 01 to like 08 Kobe.
Right. We're talking about a peak, Brian, right.
He's going ridiculous in either of those scenarios. He's just an era where...
Nobody asked you, Chilltown. We know you a LeBron James dick rider.
Defense was different. And I'm not saying that means Kobe's higher all time, because like I said, I don't care about how your game looks in different eras. Right. I'm just saying, if you look at Kobe and can't see how his game would look so much better in every other era surrounding him.
You love Devin Booker and Tatum and
like Kobe would look so much better in every other era other than his own.
If Devin Booker averaged 40 in the playoffs, Kobe is definitely averaging 40 or better.
Yeah, that's why Kobe wasn't done dirty by his era, because anyone who watches him understands. But the people who just watch basketball on a spreadsheet and compare his efficiency to guys like Mike or to guys of today's league like Devin Booker, like the fact that I've heard people say Kobe wouldn't be the best scorer in today's league, like, shut up.
Nigga, please. That's why I'm in this video. But, nigga, please. Kobe could play in any era. Any era. If Kobe played in nowadays, prime Kobe, from what? 01 to 2010, Kobe. Like, for real, I'm talking about, like, from 01 to, like, 2010, Kobe, he would destroy this fucking era. Kobe would be averaging exactly what Luka is averaging. 30, probably would be averaging more, because he's a better free throw shooter than Luka. That man Kobe would average 40 in this era. If Luka Doncic could average 34 points, if Joel Embiid could average 35 points, Shai Gilgeous, who's one of the most skilled, 31, come on, bro. Kobe averaging 40 easy in this era. In the 90s, he'll probably average like 30. Seeing as he averaged, 19 in his first year starting in the 90s?
I'm gonna be honest, a shut. So like those people, they don't understand the context of how the basketball was played. But the people who do understand, I think they would probably all understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. And that doesn't mean Kobe's the best player ever, or it doesn't mean Kobe's better.
He is the best player ever.